Hi, welcome back. Now we are going to look at cohesion. Oh, I just realized I can switch um, slides and video. I just want to remind you that if you've not seen the previous videos, then please do take time to do that because it's really good to really know all the features and techniques so that it really helps you to, sculpture your work at the end of your writing, especially when you are checking your work, proofreading your work. So we're now going to look at the 5 methods to improve cohesion in your academic writing paragraph. So if you have trouble listening to me, please make sure you put on your headset. So let's continue. So the last bit of this paragraph series or paragraph features series, it's the cohesion. There are 5 methods. And you need to think about it, or I'm not asking you to memorize it, but at least you know there are these features in a paragraph so that when you are editing your work, you'll be able to find out what is missing and how you can insert these features to make your paragraph better. Yeah, many times professors would return students' work and say, well, your piece of writing is really confusing. I don't know what comes first and what comes next. And then the students return this comment and go home and look at their work and read their paragraph, and then they'll look at it and they say, I don't even know where to start to how to improve my paragraph. One of the reasons students don't know how to start because they don't know these little features that to look for in their paragraph. And if you know what to look for, then you know how to fix it. Yeah, it's just like if you're a mechanic and someone say my engine's not working, and then you look at the car and you say, well, I don't even know where to start. I'm sure your client would say, are you sure you're a mechanic? Yeah. They don't trust you anymore because you're a mechanic of a car and you don't know where's the engine. So it's the same when you look at your own written work, you should be able to know and spot all these features and things that are in your paragraph. Okay, so again, I'm reminding you, it is the writer's job to make sure that your readers clear when they read your work. So you need to show how the sentences are related. So on top of this theme ream thing, you should also look at the other methods to help you as well. You need to understand how to use these connections or links. So let's look. These are the 5 main types or methods of links when you write an academic piece of work. Reference, ellipsis and substitution, conjunction. Now, it's not the grammatical technique of conjunction words like and because. This is just a term for linking your sentences. Lexical cohesion. There are many names out there, but I will use this term, and then it's being coined out by these 2 guys in 1976. It makes sense because I like the word lexical cohesion. Lexical means words, and so you want a cohesive word to link and glue your paragraph. And last but not least, anaphoric nouns. Now, when I show you the slides and samples, I'm sure you will probably think, oh, I've used this before, or I've done this before, or I've seen this before. And that's good. Now you are more aware why you've done this because it's one of the technical features in the paragraph. So then now you're more aware what you're using when you're writing your paragraph. So let's look at reference. Reference. Certain items of language in English have a property of reference. So when it's a word, it refers to something. And it refers, so in writing that, it refers back to what was said in the previous sentence. Yeah? That is, they do not have meaning themselves, but they refer to something else for their meaning. So if I just say the word he, it doesn't really tell you more than this is a person or a thing or an animal of a male gender. But anything else, it's blur. So that's reference. So you can always refer, because we always talk about something and then we continue to explain a little bit more, but sometimes you refer. And I'm sure you do that as well in your spoken language. Yeah. So let's take a look at this sample. This sample is also in your notes. So sample 1, we will look at it and see the reference. So as we read, we talk about Hermann Ebbinghaus, and he came up with this revolutionary idea. So that's the first sentence. And then you refer back. In doing so, he broke away from la 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 la. Yeah. He again, so again, if you remember the theme rime pattern, then this is method 2, yeah, where the theme is always the same. And then you always refer. So you've seen this before and probably you've used this style before. And now you know very consciously this is called reference. It will allow him, so it's very obvious this whole paragraph we're talking about what he's done, what he's doing, what was his aim. Yeah, so that's reference. Sometimes you use the female version, she, if that's a female gender. All right, let's look at sample 2. So you can see here, if you want, I've already highlighted here, but you can then use the arrows to draw in your notes if you like. Yeah. So it starts off with these theories to a large extent unproven. They. So who is this they? So it can refer to inanimate objects as well. Okay, these theories. Shine Shine has classified them. Yeah. So that's how you reference things. So when you are checking your own work and you see like, oh, in this sentence, what am I really talking about? It's a little unclear. So you read the previous sentence and you try and see, do you need reference here so that your new sentence makes sense? Yeah, there's no big jump. Let's see if I have sample 3. No, I don't have sample 3, but this is an exercise. So I think this exercise paragraph is also in your notes. So if you like, you can pause the video and then try and find reference throughout this whole paragraph. It's a 4-line, five sentence paragraph with many compound sentences. So I've colored them so we can see very clearly, but in your notes, it will be all in black font. But pause the video and try and find out all these reference words and then come back. All right, welcome back. So let's take a look. So here's the first reference. Yeah, every organization, as soon as it gets any size, feels a need to systemize its management of human assets. So every organization. The next one, neglected skills, they existed. Yeah, so what is this they? It has no meaning standing on its own, so you know there's another they here. Could utilize if they were aware that they existed. So this they actually is a different reference, because this they reference to this, and this they reference to the other departments. Okay, let's like this next one, individuals. Perhaps individuals have complained that they don't know where they stand or what their future is. That individual. Yeah. This one is personnel department and system, they. World of productions, because that is the world with the, and that refers to the world of productions. So maybe you've already know how to use these You just now need to, check them, making sure that they're quite clear and that you have them so that, there is some kind of cohesion in your paragraph. Exercise 2 is in your workbook and you can try it out yourself because I don't think it's super difficult. Let's see. So that's the end of this particular cohesion. We're now going to look at the next two methods in the next video. It's called ellipsis and substitutions and conjunction. So see you later. Bye.